YouTube, what's going on? Let's get this back in the video and listen. Y'all see the hat, right? Y'all see the thumbnail and the title. This man, Lauri Markkanen, is going to mess around and win MVP. Alright, let me stop playing for a second. Now, let me rewind and give you a little backstory. If y'all don't know, at the time of making this video, the Utah Jazz are 3-0. They're tied for the best team in the league, I would say. The only other undefeated teams, like I know the Blazers are 3-0, the Celtics are 3-0, and then I want to say the Bucks are 2-0 at the time of recording. But the Jazz are looking nice, actually. And this is a team that's supposed to be the 15th seed and tanking for Victor, right? And Lauri Markkanen has been their best player. And let me just give you all his stat line right now. He's averaging 24. I mean, it's through 3 games, right? He's averaging 24 and 10 though, with 4 assists, shooting 50% from the field, 30% from 3. And 100% from the free throw line, but I assume that 3-point percentage to go up. He's usually a guy who averages around that, for his career, around 36%, 37, 38. So he's the guy that's going to shoot him too. I mean, he has the absolute green light. The Jazz have like unlocked something in him, and he's looking like a really nice player out there. I mean, he's also a guy. You know, he's in year what? He's in like year 6, year 7, year 6, I believe, and he's 25 years old. Right, so this is the guy that can actually be something for them. Now, I'll cut it short right here and say what I think they should be doing is, you know, what they're doing right now. I think the Jazz are geniuses. They're making Lauri Markkanen look incredible. Jordan Clarkson looks back like his old self. His when he won 6th Man of the Year. Mike Conley looks solid. He's not shooting the best, but he's getting a ton of assists. And he is playing solid defense for his old age, right? Kelly Olynyk. I mean, Kelly Olynyk just had a game winner last night, right? The Jazz are looking great, and what I think they got going on over there is I still think they're going to try to tank, right? Now, is this team necessarily going to be good enough to go against the good teams? They beat the Timberwolves last night, and then I want to say they beat. Let me see here. It wasn't particularly great teams. They beat the T-Wolves too, who's supposed to be a playoff team, which they're 2-1 right now, so I do think they will be. They beat the Nuggets. They came in. They've played good teams. The Nuggets, everybody thinks they're going to be a 1 seed, and Nuggets got dogged by the Jazz the first game, which, you know, it's the first game I thought it was a fluke. Next game, they come and beat the Timberwolves, right? Who's a team who could be a top 6 seed in the West. And then they beat the Pelicans, that's a team that I think is going to be a top 4 seed personally. And now they did have B.I. go down in the first half with concussion. And then Zion had that one play where Jordan Clarkson got the block and he fell weird. And I can't remember the exact injury. So they were out their two best players in the fourth quarter, of course. But they still... The Pelicans are still a deep and very good team. Trey Murphy's out there hooping. Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado is playing good. And then CJ McCollum was hitting big time after big time shot. Shout out to him. And then these guys are just, you know, these guys, man, they came out and they showed out. Lauri Markkanen hit big time shots. Jordan Clarkson hit some big time shots. And Kelly Olynyk hit big time buzzer beater. Well, not buzzer beater, but game winner with like 2 seconds left, right? And, I mean, this is a team that what I see them doing is you're going to get these guys playing well. Especially Colin Sexton's been playing pretty good too. I mean, I can just tell you all their stats right now. Mike Conley, you know, not compared to his other seasons, but for him to be 35, he's averaging right now 11 and 9, right? And he has that vet leadership, playing solid defense. You know, you can only get, it's not going to be peak, but solid defense. Not shooting the best right now, but I'm sure that'll get better. And yeah, I mean, you got another guy like Jordan Clarkson who's been talking about going like back to the Lakers and all these other stuff. He's only 30, which is, you know, he's up there, but he's a seasoned vet. Won 6th Man of the Year before, and he's averaging 19 again, right? Averaging 19, shooting 43% from 3 right now. He's hitting big time shots last night. Then you also got, let's see, let me check. Colin Sexton's been playing pretty well too. And a lot of these guys, I feel like, are guys that they're gonna want to trade, right? Colin Sexton, he's averaging 13, right? Still getting he's still getting back to it. That very first game he had, he played great. And then the 2 after that was kind of mid-tier. Let me see here. Yeah, like the first game he had 20, and then last game he only had 8, and the second game he had 11. But this is still a guy that, he's coming off an ACL injury, so he's coming back slow. And this is a guy, if he can average like 20, right? This is a guy that they might look at trading. I mean, they just also, or they could keep him because he fits their timeline kind of. This is a guy that's only 23, right, about to turn 24. So he fits their timeline, but definitely Mike Conley they're probably going to trade, I would say, and Jordan Clarkson. And these type of guys, the way they're playing, you think about trade, it seems like the Lakers who need, they're playing terrible right now, they need shooting. Because, the Lakers aren't wanting to give up those 2 first-round picks. There's guys playing like this are going to make teams like, wait, hold up. I might want to do that. Or other teams get involved, like maybe the Bucks want to end up making a trade, or any of these contenders. Because a lot of teams are going to want to fizzle out. Like, I can see the Hornets, even though they're playing well to start the season, trading Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward to somebody. The Pacers still have some players to sell. There's a lot of teams that are going to try to fizzle out to get that number 1 and number 2 pick. So the Jazz, I think, should be one of them, because if we're being realistic, right? No, Larry Markkanen not going to win MVP. But would I be necessarily surprised if Larry Markkanen continues this play and could possibly be an All-Star? I don't think so. I think the Jazz has a lot of options. If Larry Markkanen continues this play, but they think, I don't really think he's part of our future, we want to go super young. Okay, cool. If he's playing like this, y'all can trade him and somehow maybe get a pick or more than 1 pick. You can definitely at this point get 1 first-round pick, maybe 2 first-round picks for Larry Markkanen. That would be huge, right? And then you got a guy and he's also on a reasonable contract. You got Colin Sexton, who's on a reasonable contract as well. He can be one of those big-time 6 Man of the Years, or winners maybe eventually. And he's coming back if he plays well. Boom, he maybe fits your timeline. You maybe can keep him. Same with Larry Markkanen, or you flip him close to the deadline or next year because he's on that long-term contract, and get younger pieces or first-round picks out of him. Jordan Clarkson, he's a guy that somebody would be willing to give a pick for if he continues this play like his season when he won 6 Man of the Year. And then Mike Conley is just seasoned veteran point guard, and any championship team would love to have. That's 4 guys right there. Not to mention you got guys like Kelly Olynyk, who, like I said, just had a game winner last night. He's been playing well. Let me pull up his stats as well. Kelly Olynyk. I mean, he's averaging close to 17 right now, and he's shooting on the season, which is a little crazy. He's shooting 75% from 3, which is kind of nuts. But he's also shooting almost 60% from field. Of course, that's not going to stay the same, but it's another guy that seasoned vet, He's 31, close to 32, played many years in this league, played close to 10 seasons, or over 10 seasons, I should say. And that's just a guy that he can come in, be a good vet, spot up. All you can have him as a spot up shooter. He's a guy that doesn't look the role, but he can play a lot of different roles, and he can play defense, that small ball center. You don't necessarily want him against a guy like Jokic or Embiid, but he's a guy that's going to be able to come in and play some minutes at that small ball 5 and hold his own when he needs to. We just have a lot of pieces who Danny Ainge and them over there have a lot of decisions to make, because I guarantee they don't want to win, right? Now, they're probably surprised that they're winning the way they are, but at the end of the day, they're not going to keep winning at this rate, I don't think. Now, they could surprise us somehow, and Larry Markkanen is an all-star this season, and Colin Sexton breaks out, all this different stuff. But realistically, what they would probably do is if these players keep this level of play up, they're going to end up getting a lot of picks and a lot of even younger pieces to build around. Not to mention Rudy Gay is another guy who's been playing a lot of minutes for them, and in my opinion, I think that would be a guy that they would want to keep, because I think there is value in having veterans on the team, so they don't just ship away all these guys for young pieces. But Rudy Gay, he's been shooting over 40% from 3 this season. Like I said, it's through 3 games, but this is also a seasoned vet who any team would love to have. Only averaging 8, but he's doing his role, playing good defense. That's all you can ask, right? These are a lot of guys. They have options to sell, man. They really thought they were gonna, at least everybody thought, and I think they even thought that they were gonna come in, start losing these games, because they don't necessarily have an easy schedule. Like next week they have the Rockets back to back, but then they have the Nuggets again. They have the Grizzlies twice back to back, and they have the Mavericks. They have both LA teams. So like they're playing a lot of teams that are supposed to be playoff teams, right? Aside from the Rockets, these next 2 weeks are nothing but supposed playoff teams, right? The Clippers, like I say, the Lakers, who knows what's going on with them, but a lot of people still think they can at least make the play-in, right? And if they just keep winning, then I think the value is, because I don't necessarily see them winning a playoff series, right? I think the most value they do is if they keep getting these wins against these solid teams, and these players keep showing out, sell them all, right? Or if you don't want to sell them all, keep Lauri Markkanen, keep Colin Sexton. I would still sell on Jordan Clarkson and Mike Conley, just because those are two guys that they're not going to fit their timeline regardless, so you might as well get something out of them. But yeah, man, I'm loving the way Lauri Markkanen's been playing. I would not be surprised if he made an all-star team, right? He could do it. The way he's been, if he keeps playing at this level, right, and he keeps on being aggressive, he keeps shooting the ball, and he's shooting a lot too. He's attempting, he's playing the most minutes he's ever played in his career. He's playing 36, 37 minutes a game, and before he barely ever got over 30, right? He's shooting at a huge, way bigger volume. He's shooting 17 shots a game right now. Before, he never shot over 12. He's getting to the line. He's making all of his free throws. He's rebounding a good amount, probably almost more, I would say, than he ever has. He's averaging how many rebounds a game right now? He's averaging 10 rebounds a game, right? That's more than he's ever rebounded. And yeah, man, I mean, I love his play. If he can continue this level of play, the Jazz have something going over there. That's all I can say, man. If you enjoyed this video, I have more NBA content coming soon. Probably the day or two after this, I'm going to have a whole video recapping the whole first week of NBA basketball. And I will be dropping a video specifically on my Clippers soon, because, you know, y'all see all the stuff in the back. But today we got the Jazz hat on, all right? But I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe the video. Sub if you're new, of course. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Comment down below what you'll see next, man. Thank y'all. Peace.